Hey, okay, so I didn't do a video on Monday because I was having a rough day, and I've decided that I'll only rarely do videos on Monday, and whenever I do videos on Monday, it'll be towards the end of the day. So, anyway, what I'm going to cover today is a list of famous people that have autism. And by the way, the Hall of Fame have confirmed all this. So, if y'all, so don't go like, oh, so-and-so, they weren't autistic. As I've said before, the Hall of Fame have done research on this sort of thing since before even I was born. And besides, if you're not autistic, regardless of the research you've done, unless you've done more research in the Hall of Fame, I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm just gonna scoff you off like, idiot. Anyway, let's get started. I'm gonna get started. Alfred Hitchcock. Famous director. Very famous. He was inducted in the Hall of Fame last year. And by that I mean 2016. Charles Darwin, Jim Henson, Thomas Jefferson, who was inducted this year, Michelangelo, who was, I think he was inducted this year, Thomas Edison. That's also something I want to touch on. Without Thomas Edison, we wouldn't have the light bulb. No light bulb, no technology in general. Dan Aykroyd from the Ghostbusters, Courtney Love, which makes absolute sense because she's batshit insane. I thought I took this guy off. Bill Gates, but he's only, I meant to take him off because he's only under suspicion. Nothing's confirmed yet. James Taylor, that's absolutely confirmed. Mozart, Tim Burton, and if you don't believe me about Tim Burton, he's the director of A Nightmare Before Christmas. Literally, if you know the Harry Potter movies, the actress who played Bellatrix went out with him for over 10 years. She's the mother to his children. She studied autism, and she's the one who confirmed that he is autistic. Sid Barrett from Pink Floyd, but that's obvious. Beethoven, Carl Sagan, that's actually pretty well known. Einstein, which, if you didn't know that Einstein was autistic, get out. Get the fuck out. Isaac Newton. Fuck Isaac Newton. I really don't like gravity. Mainly because I'm a klutz and I tend to drop stuff easily. Susan Boyle, another very well known case. Vladimir Putin, of course. Again, I meant to take him off because he's only under suspicion. Andy Warhol, that famous artist with the spiky hair. Travis Meeks of Days of a New grunge band, very well known case. Abraham Lincoln, also something I want to touch on. If you are a minority, especially if you're black, it's because of us that slavery doesn't exist anymore. and you have the right to say that white people and anyone else who's not black can never, ever, ever, ever say the N-word. The R-word to us is the N-word to y'all. If y'all want to get on to us about saying, like, if we get on to you for saying the R-word, you'll be like, oh, what are you gonna do about it? Motherfucker, you're a fucking hypocrite. Because we gave you the right to say that people who aren't black are not allowed to say the N-word. You're a fucking hypocrite unless you're autistic. In that case, say the R-word as much as you want. In fact, if you're gay, guess what? If it wasn't for Abe Lincoln putting an end to slavery, we wouldn't have had Martin Luther King Jr. Therefore, saying that any racial injustice is illegal and a hate crime. Now, we've had Obama as a president, and he's legalized gay marriage all over the U.S. If you can't see that connection, wow. Oh my god. Wow. Of course, that is unless you didn't know that Abe Lincoln was autistic. Therefore, if I've told you that Abe Lincoln was autistic, and you can't make that connection, that's what I mean by, oh my god, just, no. Robin Williams, again, another famous case. Okay, I put this one guy down as a joke, Al Gore, because I think he's a fucking idiot. If he's autistic or not, I wouldn't be surprised. Personally, I just think he's an idiot. Michael Jackson, obviously another member of the Big Four. In fact, yesterday was his birthday. I meant to do this video yesterday, but I was just so tired, I just didn't feel like doing it. Anyway, Woody Allen, which, if you don't know who he is, he's a director. If you don't believe he's autistic, what kind of sane person leaves his wife for his adopted stepdaughter? What kind of non-autistic person would do that? Bob Dylan, which makes sense because he actually can't perform the same song twice the same way. Mark Twain. Hey, knock it off. This one model. I'm gonna finish the list. This is only one more name on this side. The creator of Charlie Brown, which kind of makes sense because Charlie Brown's based on himself. Heather, whatever. And she was on America's Next Top Model, which I've actually seen YouTube videos on her time, and she's a pretty obvious case, if you know her, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, Gary Newman, the lead singer of the band The Cars, Jamie Heideman from the Mythbusters, James Durbin from American Idol, Adam Young from Owl City, both James Durbin and Adam Young. Yeah, they're actually confirmed. You can even look it up. Harriet Tubman, creator of Pokemon, but that's pretty obvious. Jerry Seinfeld. And these last two guys are kind of controversial, because I get a lot of hate because I said these two were autistic. George Washington and Ben Franklin. Ben Franklin was supposed to be inducted the first year that the Hall of Fame existed. He was supposed to go in alongside Edison, and he didn't get inducted until this year. Same thing with George Washington. He should have gone in with Thomas Jefferson the first year. And I have this whole thing about Ben Franklin and the Hall of Fame. I've gone on a rant about it, but I'll do an entire video sometime next week because I want to take Friday off to kind of get ready for my birthday on Saturday. Anyway, to kind of conclude the intro section of the survival guide, I want to tell y'all a quick story about when I discovered that I have autism. Okay, so I was having a bad day. It was Martin Luther King Day, actually. I was on my way to the dentist, and I had a massive migraine, and my parents had this habit of talking to me like they think I'm 5 years old, even at the time I was 17. So when you talk down to me when I'm smarter than you think I am, that's when you better expect me to get mad. Anyway, I kept snapping at everyone without realizing it, and I bitched about my dad and finally said, like, hey, stop talking to me like I'm stupid. Stop talking to me like I'm a little kid, because I'm not. I'm a teenager. I'm not a kid anymore. Accept it. Then my mom was just like, you know why we talk down to you? Because you're autistic. Like, what? What? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. That's why you talk down to me? Why not? Better yet, why didn't you tell me this when I was 12? Or when you found out when I was 5? I could have used that to protect myself from bullies. But you withhold this from me after so long. Now that I've pissed you off, that's when you reveal it? It really sucked. But obviously this took place back in 2014, not long before I met the girl I like now. And anyway, that's how I found out that I have autism. And to kind of go back to what I was saying about Lincoln. Okay, if it wasn't for Lincoln, I wouldn't exist. I'm half white, half Hispanic. The girl I like is white, and the guy she's dating is black. And based on her Snapchat, she is happy with him. There's a lot of interracial couples now because of people like me. There's technology like my phone that I'm using right now. There's recording artists because of people like me, and Michael, and Sid. Music has evolved, technology has evolved, society has evolved because of us. And if you can't see that after the information I've given you today, you deserve to be on the short bus. You deserve to take special classes. You deserve to be talked down to. Because guess what? Autism doesn't make you stupid. It makes you smarter than people who don't have autism. So, why I get mad when people use the R word is because of what I just explained. How can we be retarded when we're obviously smarter than you'll ever be? Even those of us who are non-verbal are still smarter than you give us credit for. That right there is sad. Sure, we may not seem like we're smarter because our social skills are impaired, but that's it. But that's just it. We're socially awkward, not stupid. There's a fucking difference. But anyway, I'll see y'all whenever. Bye. This concludes the introduction section of the survival guide. See you next time.